Okay, here's number 1. We're going to find the general solution for this ODE here, ODE. Y prime is equal to x times y plus y. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is rewrite the left side as dy over dx in this case, okay? And then on the right side, what we have, we can actually factor out a y, right? So if we factor out a y in front, we just are left behind with an x plus 1. Okay, so now let's separate our variables with that equal sign. So we're going to divide by y on both sides, divide by y, and multiply by dx on both sides, multiply by dx. So we see the y's cancel out, the dx's cancel out, and we're left with 1 over y dy is equal to, and then we have this x plus 1 times dx. Okay, so now we're just going to integrate because we already separated our variables. And when we integrate, we get ln of absolute value of y is equal to, and then here we can have this 1/2 x squared, that's what we get when we integrate with respect to x, plus an x, plus our constant c, okay? And now we're on the third step, which is getting y by itself, okay? Isolating it on either the left or the right side, but it's already on the left, so we'll leave it there on the left side. So what we're going to do now is exponentiate both sides, so that cancels out, and we get absolute value of y is equal to e to the, and all of this is in the exponent, all of this is in the power. So e to the 1/2 x squared plus x plus c. Okay, and we'll continue this. We'll wrap up this problem on the next slide. Okay, so this is where we're at. Absolute value of y is equal to e to the 1/2 x squared plus x plus c power. Right, and what I'm going to do is break up this constant over here. So we're going to be left with e to the 1/2 x squared plus x times e to the c, right? We can do that because of the law of exponents, right? So then, in order to get rid of this absolute value sign, all we have to do is stick a plus or minus sign in front of whatever's on the right side. So y is equal to plus minus e to the 1/2 x squared plus x times e to the c, and we can combine this with this, right? And make that into our constant a, like just any kind of arbitrary constant. So both of these combine to make a new constant, just to make everything look nicer. So plus or minus e to the c. Okay, so we see here how this new constant kind of absorbs the ambiguity, the sign ambiguity here, because we don't know whether it's plus or minus here. Okay, so ultimately we can end up with something that looks pretty nice, and we have capital A, which is our constant, which equals this thing. Okay, and times e to the 1/2 x squared plus an x. And also in our solution, we can also write where, and then we'll just copy that down. A is equal to plus minus e to the c, just so the graders or whoever's looking at it, or even you, when you look back, you're like, well, where did this a come from? And then this will explain what our a is equal to. Okay?